Welcome to Sam's narration. Let's start with Chapter 4 Thoughts versus Thinking, Part 1. Stop thinking and end your problems. Thoughts are the energetic, mental raw materials from which we use to create everything in the world. We can't experience anything without thought. It's important to know that thoughts are a noun and aren't something that we do, but something we have. A thought takes no effort or force on our end, and it is something that just happens. We also cannot control what thoughts pop into our minds. The source of thoughts comes from something that is beyond our minds, the universe, if you will. Thinking, on the other hand, is the act of thinking about our thoughts. This takes a significant amount of energy, effort, and willpower, which is a finite resource. Thinking is actively engaging with the thoughts in your mind. You don't have to engage with each thought in your mind, but when you do, that is thinking. Thinking is the root cause of all our psychological suffering. Now, you might be wondering, where do positive thoughts fit into the picture? Positive thoughts or thoughts that feel good are not a result of thinking. They are, instead, generated by a natural state of love and joy. They are a byproduct of a state of being, not a state of thinking. We will go into depth about this in the next chapter. For now, let's do a quick thought experiment. I'll ask you a question, and all you need to do is to be aware of what you are experiencing, and we will review what happened after. What is the dream amount of money you want to be making a year? Pause here and wait for an answer to surface. Give yourself about 30 to 60 seconds to think about your answer of how much money you want to be making in a year. Don't move on to the next step until you have had a decently sized train of thought about how much you want to make. Now take that money and amount, multiply that by 5. What do you think about this new dream goal for your income when we multiplied it by 5? Take at least 30 to 60 seconds to become aware of how you are feeling when you think about that and see what other thinking comes up for you as you feel your emotions. Don't move on until you have done the above. Okay, let's bring it back again and review what happened. After I asked the first question of what is the dream amount of money you want to be making per year, within a few seconds an answer popped up into your mind. That is a thought. Notice how quickly and effortlessly that came to you. After an answer popped into your mind, I asked you to think about your answer. What happened once I asked you to think about your answer? If you are like most people, you probably went on a wild roller coaster once you began thinking about the thought. You might have been thinking how there's no way you can make that much. No one in your family is making that much money. You don't know how to make that much. It's stupid to want that much money, or that it makes you greedy. Notice how you felt when you were thinking about these thoughts. Most likely, it didn't feel that great, but that is okay. and I'll show you what you can do about it soon. This is a prime example of thoughts versus thinking. If I ask you a question, you will 100% have a thought that pops into your mind. Thoughts are not inherently bad. Remember that they are the energetic mental raw materials from which we create in the world. Thank you for listening. We'll continue the second part in our next session. Till then, take care. Bye bye.